is just around the corner. His name's Levi, and before that we have Tom Miller.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hi.
I had a good time. I performed here a couple months ago. It went pretty well. Only about 1/4 of the audience left during the time I was up here. But I didn't take it personally at all. I just figured everybody was wanting to go to the bathroom at the same time. I have some readings for you today. The title is The Joy of Being Miserable. The Art of Self-Torture. I have 2 or 3 readings, and the first one's titled The Joy of Personalizing Everything. Always take the attitude that it's all about you. It's wonderful to always be the center of attention. It's not important whether or not people want you to be the center of attention. What's important that you make yourself the center. Everything, including the whole world, revolves around you. For example, I went shopping. When finished, I left my shopping cart near the other carts that were all attached, but mine was separate, for somebody to pick up. I was being generous. Well, actually, the truth is I was lazy. But anyway, when I finished, I left the cart, and somebody actually went next to get the cart, but they didn't get it. They got one that was attached. Anyway, I was very upset. And right after I left, the woman arrived, and instead of taking that cart, she took an ugly cart that was attached. So what's wrong with her? Is she afraid she'd catch disease if she used my cart? Does she think I'm contagious? Even though she probably didn't see me leave the cart. What's wrong with me? Am I not good enough for her? Am I not a good enough shopper? My cart is cooties. I need to find out. So I followed her into the store. I identified myself as the guy that left the cart specifically for her. I asked her point blank, why didn't she take it? Why didn't she take advantage and utilize this great offer? Anyway, she told me she prefers carts that are in organized positions. I couldn't accept that lie, so I proceeded. Did you see the cart I so generously left for you? No, I really didn't notice, she said. How could you not notice? It was right next to the one you took. Listen, I'm sorry I distressed you. I need to do my shopping now. How could you proceed to shop? Isn't your conscience bothering you? Don't you have any feelings? My world's been turned upside down, right side up, and upside down again. Okay, what could I do to make it better? You can take this cart outside, place it back where it was, and take my cart. What if your cart isn't there anymore? It will be. I've been watching it the whole time I've been talking to you. That's why I positioned myself right here. Okay, I'll do it. Here, hold my groceries. Please hurry. I don't know how much longer I can carry this cold stuff. Anyway, she brought the cart back, and then I asked her, what do you think of my new haircut? She ignored me, so I went back to the barber and asked for a refund. My next one is called The Joy of Depression. What better way to avoid the stresses of life than being depressed? Some people drive long distances to get away from it all to relieve stress. Others visit friends and neighbors and relatives. Why not just be depressed? It takes no energy. You don't have to go anywhere. It saves money and time. Because you could be depressed right where you are at the moment. Now, if you share with a family member, they'll just take their opportunity to dump their stuff on you. Tell you something like, why the hell are you depressed? Then tell you all the good stuff you have in your life. Heck, I don't want to hear positive things while I'm depressed. It might get me out of my depression. Start feeling better and experience all those stressful things I wanted to avoid in the first place. Then they tell you how much you have to live for. How I'm bringing everyone down around me. Unfortunately, that makes me feel better. Why can't they just let me stay depressed? That's why I never confide in a family member. Actually, they say misery loves company. So I always have a misery buddy in my life. Someone I could tell how miserable my life is. We're both very competitive. We try to convince each other whose life is more miserable. It works great. We both get more depressed. It's fantastic. Being depressed is tremendous. Wherever you are, it's tremendous to be depressed. The shower is a great place to be depressed. Because when you're depressed, you can never get the right water temperature. No matter how hard you try, nothing feels great. Nothing feels right. It's great. Being depressed can save having to drive somewhere to relieve stress. When you drive, you have to find parking. You know how hard it is to do that? I like to park in the shade. It's pretty impossible when you have a parking lot with no trees. I have to resort to parking near the next available vehicle. SUVs are great for that purpose. They really are. They take up so much space, they could sometimes partially block you from the sun's rays. The problem is if the other vehicle's the only car in the parking lot. I feel kind of weird if there's over 100 parking spots and I tend to park right next to the other vehicle. I'm afraid that I'm intruding on their privacy. I'm afraid they'll get angry at me. Even worse, I'm afraid they'll move. They'll either leave or, even worse, they'll find another parking spot in the same lot. And then I'll have to go right next to them again, and on and on and on.